I gotta go to the store. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Yo, 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 yo. I do believe you guys. Let's see, what time is it? According to my clock, it is now 5:22 p.m. It is now 5:22 p.m. in the late afternoon. Today is Tuesday. For some people, today is, I believe, Taco Tuesday. Well, I'm not going to be up here very long. I just wanted to come up real quick, because I was just looking at the History Channel. There's a History Channel, that people look at. We like to read about history. I'm not talking about slavery or anything like that or what happened during Jim Crow. I'm talking about what I've been seeing on these different platforms, because not only am I in this sector, but I like to look at things concerning history, deep history. And history is just that, history. And it is deep. And sometimes it shows you different aspects of people's personality. Now, I was just looking at the King Henry the Eighth situation, where he had 6 wives. He didn't have one wife. He didn't have two wives. He didn't have three. He didn't have four. He was married 6 fucking times, which it just basically confirms what I've been thinking about male and female relationships and how females are expendable. Now, I'm telling you guys, if one man can get rid of, I would say, 5 of his wives, 2 were executed. 2 of his wives were executed. They were murdered. They were killed. They were accused of treason and other false charges. That just goes to show you how far people will go to get rid of you. Think about that. One man had been married 6 times. 2 of the women he was married to, he didn't divorce them. He buried them. Only one of those women that he executed or had killed, he hired someone to kill these women. Only one gave birth to a child that he had, and the child ended up growing up and becoming Queen of England. Shout out to the chat. But didn't I tell you, young women in the sector, all over this platform, you are expendable. These men don't give a fuck about you, and these are men that are strangers. Strangers. That means you don't mean anything to them. But a lot of you want to be loyal to people that find you easy to get rid of. You're expendable. You're not important. You're worth nothing to these men that you stay so loyal to. And I find it very interesting and ridiculous and quite sad. Hey, what's up, Kiss My Cheeks? Shout out to you, Kiss My Cheeks. Kiss My Cheeks, you've been all over these YouTube streets. Brooklyn Hood. Brooklyn Hood What's up? You up to no good? Brooklyn Hood, Brooklyn Hood. I haven't seen you in a while, but thank you for coming in. I want to thank everyone that comes over and supports the channel. I want to thank everyone that comes over and supports the channel. I'm not going to be up here very long because I got some other things I got to do before the end of the night, before the end of this evening. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. This is your home girl, Barbosa 914, Westchester County, New York, coming to you with another live video. Real quick, another live video. You women in this sector are expendable. You claim loyalty to these men that don't give a fuck about you. They just give a fuck if you're paying the Cash App or the Super Chat or the other kind of bullshit you're giving them. You're expendable, females. You men too. You men too. If a man can get married 6 times, he was the king of England. He was the head of a European country. He was the head of a new established church. He was married 6 times. There was only one wife, actually 2, that truly survived. Just think about it for a minute. A lot of people don't want to think. A lot of people don't have critical thinking skills. They actually believe, these losers, that they're subscribed to. You believe you're riding with a winner and they're actually a loser. And you're expendable. Yeah. So a lot of people on this app are delusional. You think because you're loyal to someone or you cool with someone that you're going to be in good graces forever. That's not true. You know it and I know it. You know it and I fucking know it. And if a man can get married 6 times and murder 2 of his wives, and one of the wives had a child for him, what do you think a strange man on this app that calls themselves a YouTube creator could do to a strange female? Huh? Nobody's ready to answer any of those questions, huh? I'm telling you guys better look around. You guys better look around and remember the history that happened in the sector. How certain female YouTube creators were done, who done it to them, how people buried some of these women, how people turned on some of these female YouTube creators. I guess everybody forgets. Everyone has a fishbowl memory in the sector. Well, let me refresh your memory. Let me refresh it by calling some names. People don't want me to do that, right? People don't want me to do that. I'm telling you, women, y'all better be careful of dealing with these people in these discords and behind the scenes and all that other yang shit you call yourselves doing. Be careful of discords and dealing with people behind the scenes. Trust me, those are seeds to your downfall. Those are seeds to being exposed. Those are seeds to drag you in the middle of the street and vanquish you. Shout out to the chat. And that's real. That's real. History shows you that. Look at what happened to Hitler. Look at all those women that worked up under Hitler, and they were working in the death camps that held the Jews hostage. Remember what happened to some of those women that were over some of those death camps? What happened to some of them after World War II? Wasn't some of them put on trial? All of a sudden, they weren't heroes anymore. All of a sudden, they weren't the honey anymore. All of a sudden, they became villains. They became the scapegoat. A lot of them were put to death. A lot of them were imprisoned. Shout out to the chat. History shows you what happens. I'm not talking to the men so much. I'm talking to the females. That's who I'm talking to. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Look at every instance in history where the women were sitting on top. Look at Chairman Mao's wife, Madame Zedong, one of the most powerfulest women in the world. And guess what happened? When her husband died, all of a sudden, she became a villain. All of a sudden, they trumped up all kinds of charges on her. All of a sudden, she was guilty of these charges, and all of a sudden, they wanted to put her to death. But they ended up giving her life in prison. And I believe this woman unalived her own self, according to some of these reports, according to that book that she's talked about in. The book is called The White Bone Demon. The White Bone Demon. Look at what happened to Winnie Mandela. When they released Nelson Mandela out of prison, he had been sitting there for 27 years. Then all of a sudden, what happened? The same people she was fighting for and protesting for and trying to free a whole nation for, guess what those people did? Didn't they turn against her? Didn't she become a villain? Didn't they try to charge her with certain charges, trumped up or not? I'm telling you guys, y'all better look. Y'all better look. Y'all better look at what you're doing and who you're doing it for. We got some people in this sector call themselves double agents. They're not loyal to anyone. They only want to see the destruction of certain people in this sector. So what do? They go from chat to chat to chat to chat, causing all kinds of disturbance, causing all kinds of division. Shout out to the chat. It's a reality, isn't it? Isn't it a reality? You can watch some of these people. Actually, you can actually watch from the bushes and go to certain chats, go to certain channels, and you will see certain people in this chat and that chat and that chat. People got a right to go where they want to go, just as long as you're not sowing some kind of trouble or some kind of disturbance, because that's what a lot of people in this sector do. Shout out to the chat. And they go to everyone's channel. Some of them have even been over here. And you know what I noticed about them? They hate it. They hate when I ask questions. They hate it. I'm not talking about The YouTube creators so much. I'm talking about those that come in your chat and sit and talk with you and ask questions. Or you ask them questions. People that are truthful with you and want to have some kind of good relationship with you, they will answer your questions honestly. And they won't get mad. They won't tippity type and loud capital letters. Cause a hit dog, what? They always holler. Shout out to the chat. But I'm not gonna be up here much longer. I got things I gotta do. I know it's 6 o'clock in the afternoon. I know it's 6 o'clock in the afternoon. It will soon be 7 o'clock, and before I know it, it'll be time for me to get up tomorrow morning. Shout out to the chat. It will be time for me to get up and participate in my life. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. I'm just saying what I've been noticing on these YouTube streets. I'm just saying what I've been noticing, and a lot of people don't like for me to do that. They don't like for me to say certain things. A lot of people they actually wish I would go out and get drunk and become someone that they can actually use as a doormat. How do you feel now that I'm no longer drunk? That I don't go to the store and buy alcoholic drinks to fuck my own self up? Huh? How does it feel? It don't feel too good for a lot of you in this sector because I can see clearer and I can hear everything and I take notice. I don't have to take screenshots. I'm smart enough to remember and to know exactly what the fuck I'm saying. And a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people don't like it. Shout out to the chat. And it usually has nothing to do because of something I did to them because I've done nothing to anyone. I'm just watching. I'm just gonna sit back and watch people eat each other. That's what I'm gonna do. Cause you got a lot of cannibalistic people in this sector, and they will rather eat their friends than for stones and accusations to come their way. They would rather eat and destroy their own friends to acknowledge their own sins and their mistakes and them being human. Because we got some people in this sector living a delusional life thinking that they are celebrities. You're only important to yourself. And that's what a lot of people don't seem to realize. They don't seem to understand that. And I'm not talking about the females. Because the females, for some reason, some of them don't have an ego like the way some of the men do. We got a lot of men in the sector, a lot of beta males in the sector that got huge egos. And I'm not talking about the Quamites. Everybody thinks I'm throwing stones at the Quamites. No, it's not just them. They're not the only ones doing it. They're not the only ones doing it. Now that I'm able to actually be honest and sit back and take note, I see who the real people are. And we got other troublemakers in this sector on this platform besides the Quamites. And when people start realizing that, then they'll be much happier. Shout out to the chat. Well, I'm out of here. I hope everyone has an awesome evening. I gotta get ready to go back to the store. You know what I mean? Because I gotta buy me some more cigars to smoke. and buy me some candies for the mall. Cause I got a long day tomorrow. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to these YouTube streets. This is your home girl. Radio Barbosa. And I'm out. One. Peace.